Are you ready to take your TypeScript skills to the next level with advanced functional programming techniques? In this video, we'll explore how to leverage TypeScript generics to implement powerful functional programming patterns that enable cleaner and more expressive code. Here we're defining a custom type called unary function. This type represents a function that takes one argument of type T and returns a result of type R. So basically, it's a function that operates on one input and produces one output. Now pay attention to this compose function. This is where the magic happens. It's a bit like a chef in a kitchen, combining different ingredients to make a delicious dish. Here, compose takes two functions, f and g, where f takes a b and returns a c, and g takes an a and returns a b. What compose does is it creates a new function that first applies g to its input, then applies f to the result of g. So essentially, it's stacking functions on top of each other. Moving on, we have the map function. You might be familiar with this one if you've worked with arrays before. It takes an array and a function. What it does is it applies the function to each element of the array and returns a new array with the results. Think of it as a conveyor belt in a factory, where each item is passed through a machine and comes out transformed on the other side. These are just some simple functions we've defined: multiply by 2 and add 1. A multiply by 2 does exactly what it says on the tin. It takes a number and multiplies it by 2. Similarly, add 1 adds 1 to a number. Nothing too fancy here, just some basic arithmetic. Here, we're creating an array called numbers containing some integers from 1 to 5. Just a regular array to work with. Now, this is where things get interesting. We're calling the map function with our numbers array. And what we're passing in as the function to apply to each element of the array might look a bit confusing at first glance. But fear not, it's just a composition of multiply by 2 and add 1. So essentially, we're first adding 1 to each number in the array and then multiplying the result by 2. It's like a two-step dance routine for each number. Finally, we log the result array to the console. This array contains the transformed numbers after they've been through our composition process. Awesome! You'll see the numbers 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 printed out. Each number from the original array has been transformed according to our composition of functions. Don't forget to check out the code example in the video description link below and subscribe for more.